He will often communicate his feelings to her. A lot of the times it's around wanting daddy and wanting him right then and there. But daddy's at work. He just keeps tantruming. He just keeps whining. He's losing it. And now she's losing it because she's like, I'm exhausted. Okay, so your toddler's really good at, expressing their emotions, letting you know how they feel, and you're trying to explain to them why they can't have what they want to have. But no matter how much you validate their feelings, you try to explain what's happening and why they can't have it, it doesn't help. They keep whining, they keep screaming, they keep pleading with you, and you're exhausted. So you start to kind of ignore them, but then you don't feel 100% right doing that. It feels like you're just like ignoring their feelings. So what do? How do you approach these situations? Well, let's talk about that in this episode. Hello, I'm Dr. Jasmine. I am a mom of 3 and a psychologist. Around here, we talk about how to understand our child's development. We can approach parenting in a more connected, aligned, and effective way, and ultimately become the parents that we want to be, that is more aligned with, our values and how we want to show up as parents. So if that's your jam, then hello, you're in the right space. So in this series, Q&A with Dr. J, I want to share some questions that I've received in my private parent coaching community that I think are really relatable, that a lot of you guys are going to relate to. So this was a question that I got from a mom. She has a 2-year-old. He will often communicate his feelings to her. A lot of the times it's around wanting daddy and wanting him right then and there. But daddy's at work. It's not possible to give him what he needs. And so mom is trying to explain that to him and help him understand why daddy is not here. And no matter how much she tries to validate his feelings, explain it, he just keeps tantruming. He just keeps whining. He's losing it. And now she's losing it because she's like, I'm exhausted. And when I go to ignore him, I feel guilty. I feel like the worst mom ever, like, help. And so I want to talk about it because especially with toddlers, the early talkers, they can't understand as much as we can, right? And they can't understand as much as bigger kids. We can't go back and forth with them on a discussion about it. And we will often find that our attempts to help them understand, right, to meet their emotions with logic, help them understand the world around them, it doesn't work. It doesn't sink in. We often feel ineffective. And that was one of my biggest tips for this mom is, toddlers, the 2-year-olds, 3-year-olds, even 4-year-olds, they have a limited understanding, right? They don't have the same understanding as we do. So this little guy can't really grasp the concept of time. So what this mom was trying to help her son understand was like, daddy's coming home later, just wait, and later and at this time. It flew over his head. He doesn't understand concepts like later or daddy is away, right? It just feels so abstract to him. And so that's probably what was happening for this little guy is they were just speaking 2 different languages. He was speaking English and mama was speaking Spanish, and it was just not connecting. It wasn't aligned. And so what I recommended is in these moments, although I know from an adult's perspective, it makes sense to us, right? Daddy is not here. Daddy's coming home later. Like, hold on, wait, you have to wait. This is hard for little ones to understand these things. And so rather than trying to meet them with logic, just stay with the emotions. And I know it's exhausting. Like I'm trying to validate them and they just don't understand. They just keep having a hard time. That's okay. It is okay. Like I talked about in my last episode on, hard parenting truths, one of those truths is that we can't control our child's emotions and their big feelings. That it's okay. It's healthy for them to vent. And the more we're trying to get them to calm down, daddy's coming home later. It's okay. It's okay. We're fine. He's coming home later. He'll be back. The more we're going to feel overwhelmed and pressured because we have that pressure on us, self-induced, to get our child to be quiet. And so just remind yourself in those moments, it's okay. He misses daddy. And so I would stay in that feeling. Oh, you miss daddy so much. It's so hard to be away from daddy. You want daddy to come home right now. Right now. Where is daddy? I know. You miss daddy. Daddy will be back. But yeah, daddy's gone now. And that's hard. Yeah. Stay in that moment as long as you can. Of course, take breaks, okay? Of course, go back to what you were doing. Of course, try to redirect them, gently, subtly, and see if they'll kind of redirect to something else. And if they don't, that's okay. So in the heat of the moment, you want to focus less on trying to explain things and focus more on just tuning into the emotion and letting your child know you get it, okay? Tell me all about it. I get it. I know this is hard. Keep talking. Keep screaming. You don't want to say that word for word, but just having that energy of, yes, this is hard. Daddy is so amazing and we miss daddy and we love daddy so much. For this specific scenario, you can also add in ways to, honor, think about daddy, make daddy a present. So I'm thinking you can say, okay, well, we could draw daddy a drawing, or we can make daddy something, or, I wonder what we can do while we wait for daddy. That kind of thing to kind of help redirect them. And you can also add books about feelings and books about missing someone, missing daddy. So I'm thinking The Invisible String is a great one. Of course, it'll take him time to understand this concept, but it's a great introduction to, what it means to be away from people that we love and how hard that is, and that we're always connected in some way, even though it doesn't feel very tangible in the moment. Also, When I Miss You is a good one, and In My Heart, which is a book about feelings that is really engaging and one of my favorites to just help him process those feelings. Again, helping him prepare for being away from daddy, just making sure you have a good morning routine. Hopefully, if it's possible, daddy can spend some time in the mornings kind of connecting with him, playing with him, spending some time with him to kind of ease that transition as he gears up to be away from daddy for a long, long time. So I hope that this quick episode was helpful. If you're looking for more support with your parenting and you'd like more coaching from me, private community, and more parenting masterclasses, definitely check out my private membership. The link is the mompsychologist.com/membership. And the link will also be in the show notes and the description if you're interested in learning more. Also, let me know down in the comments if you have any other questions related to morning struggles or transitions or being away from somebody, like big feelings around that. Let me know if you have any other questions or concerns. If you're watching it on YouTube, you can drop your comments down in the comment section below. And that is it for this episode. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.